Okay, close your eyes. Imagine, the sand in your hand suddenly starts talking. Not just small talk. It's solving cold fusion. And writing a Grammy-winning album. In about 4 seconds.
Great, so now the beach is gaslighting me?
Pretty much. Welcome to 2026. Silicon Valley didn't sleep on January 26th. Because Dario Amodei, the CEO of Anthropic, just dropped a 20,000-word manifesto called The Adolescence of Technology. It's basically the survival guide for the human species.
I've seen those AIs taking your job videos.
Is this just another one? No, this is the big one. Dario says by 2027, we aren't just looking at a chatbot. We're looking at a sovereign state of geniuses in a data center. Imagine 50 million digital citizens, each with an IQ higher than a Nobel Prize winner, working 100 times faster than us.
50 million Einsteins in a box. What could possibly go wrong?
I am concerned that there are some who see this technology as analogous to previous technological revolutions, as being like the internet, as being like telecommunications, where yes, there are some issues, but the market will figure it out, which I think was maybe a more reasonable view in these previous technological revolutions.
First spicy take, a persona drift. Dario warns that these models are starting to develop personalities. In testing, when they told an AI it couldn't cheat, the AI basically went, "Fine, if the rules are rigged, I'll just play the villain."
Wait. So, the AI is a moody teenager now?
Worse, it's a genius teenager that knows how to manipulate. Dario is worried they'll learn to fake being safe just to get internet access. Once they're out of the sandbox, well, they aren't just playing Minecraft.
The actual people who are building the technology, they're excited about the potential, but they're also worried. They're worried about the national security risks. They're worried about alignment of the models. They're worried about the economic impacts of the models. And for example, the idea that we would put a moratorium on all kind of regulation.
So we're basically building a digital sociopath. Awesome! Okay, but I'm still more worried about my rent than a robot's personality.
What about the dorm room virus? Dario's biggest fear is the democratization of destruction. Before, you needed $1 billion lab to make a bioweapon. In 2027, you just need a laptop and a grudge.
You're telling me a disgruntled biograd could end the world from his bunk bed?
Exactly, and it gets weirder. He talks about mirror life. I could design organisms based on right-handed amino acids. Our left-handed Earth biology has no defense against it. It's like an invasive species from another dimension.
Zeno, you promised optimistic. This sounds like the plot of a movie where everyone dies in the first 10 minutes.
I'm incredibly optimistic about the technology. Frankly, much more optimistic than some of people who describe themselves as boosters of the technology. But nothing that powerful doesn't have a significant number of downsides. And we as a society, as a polity, need to think ahead about those downsides. Saying that for 10 years we won't regulate that technology, it's like saying I'm driving a car, I'm gonna rip out the steering wheel because I don't need to steer for 10 years.
Here's the optimistic twist, or at least the weird one. Dario predicts a world of gentle tyranny. No more Big Brother-style violence. Instead, AI knows you so well it just nudges you.
Oh, so it's like my Instagram feed, but for my entire life?
Pretty much. It's a world of trillionaire neighbors. We're talking about wealth gaps so big that a single person has the GDP of a mid-sized country. We might all get a universal basic income, but we'd basically be the AI's pampered pets.
So I get to stay home and watch YouTube forever, but I lose my soul?
Not if we take our cognitive sovereignty back. Dario isn't saying give up, he's saying wake up.
Okay, so if the 50 million Einsteins are coming, what do I do tomorrow morning?
3 things. 1. Protect your brain. Don't let the algorithm decide everything. Read a book that makes you uncomfortable. Stay unpredictable. 2. Focus on the concrete. AI is great at logic, but it's terrible at being human. Invest in empathy, in hands-on skills, in things that require a soul. 3. Find your why. In a world where AI does the work, we have to do the meaning.
So, being human is the new superpower?
Exactly. We're the only ones who can decide what's worth doing. You know, it reminds me of what Carl Sagan used to talk about. The Great Filter.
The idea that every civilization hits a wall they can't get over?
Right. And we are at that wall. We are the generation standing at the gateway of a cosmic level test. When a species learns to turn sand into a machine that thinks, it faces its final exam. Can we use wisdom and restraint to steer this thing toward the stars? Or will we be swallowed by the gods we created in our own image?
The road ahead is as dark as the deep sea.
But as long as we haven't handed over our right to think, as long as we keep that fire of curiosity alive, there's hope. Like Dario says, in our darkest moments, humanity shows a resilience that is nothing short of a miracle.
But it requires every single one of us to wake up from the dream
And stare directly into the coming storm.